You have to be careful as a young girl traveling around in a bread truck, though. You might get a yeast infection. Yeah, great minds. Okay, moving on. Our next performer is another first-timer. Please welcome Topher Bellavia.
So I lived in this group house. It was in an awesome location. It was in DuPont Circle across from the Phillips Collection. And it was only $450 a month. Oh, closer? Only $450 a month. And I lived there for 6 years. People came and go, which is fine. I love meeting people. And I always had a crush on someone. My crush in the winter of 2003 was Chris. He was an Irish-looking, kind of cute guy, and he had like a mop of hair. And I'm always looking for a cigarette buddy to hang out with. So we would sit and smoke, and he was smart and funny, and we just liked each other. One morning, I woke up at 6:05, which was strange, because I'm never fucking up at 6:05. And there was an orange light coming from beneath my bedroom door, so not thinking much, I got up and stumbled over and I opened it. Everything was exactly the same, except it was on fire. The flames roared up from the first floor, across the ceiling towards me, and then around and roared up to the third floor. It was an inferno. It was like a raging river in reverse. I love fire. I love campfires, I love fireplaces, I love firefighters, around. But this was the most gorgeous thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. So I stood, stunned for a moment, in awe, until the sound kicked in. The inside of a fire sounds like a dragon. So I shut the door. My first thought was, where the fuck is my teddy bear? My housemate, a different housemate, came in through our connected closets and he said he found me jumping up and down on my bed doing what he called a snippy dance. Finally, I found the bear and I held it. Pants. Pants, my housemate yelled. I remember on the back of hotel room doors it says, in case of a fire, wet a towel, roll it up, and place it at the bottom of the door. This is to prevent smoke from coming in. So I grabbed a pair of shorts, I twisted it, and I placed it at the base of the door. No, he said, put on some pants. I'm getting out of here. Not wanting to leave a mess, I leaned over and grabbed the shorts and pulled them. And a 3-foot lick of flame followed. It was not the smoke that wanted in, it was the fire. Hypothetical question. You're going to be deserted on a desert island. You get to bring 3 things. What 3 things do you bring? This was no longer a hypothetical question. I already had the teddy bear. My housemate made me put on a pair of pants, thankfully. I was attached to everything in this room. This is everything I ever owned. But I saw this scratchy and uncomfortable soccer jersey that I had purchased on eBay. I thought I had bid $50. I had bid 50 British pounds. I was still pissed off about that, so I put it on. My housemate took me and threw me through the window onto the small porch outside. I heard a weird noise. My upstairs housemate had grabbed his railing, held on, and just jumped. The bolts pulled away from the house, and he rode it down and landed next to me. It was awesome. But where from here? It was still another story down. Our neighbors leaned out of their window and they said, "We just bought a fire ladder. Would you like to use it?" That was the most ridiculous fucking question I've ever heard in my entire life. Were they waiting for a better opportunity? So they tossed over the fire ladder, and my 2 housemates climbed down. I paused for a moment and I looked through my open window and I said, out loud, "Goodbye, stuff." I guess I thought it would be rude to just walk away. So I climbed down the ladder and I saw my housemate that I had a crush on, Chris, sitting on the front stairs. He had taken a different journey. He had gone through the house. Someone took him and escorted him to the back of a fire engine. I was concerned about him, so I followed. I saw him clearly for the first time. His eyelashes were gone. His eyebrows were gone. Most of that mop of hair was gone. His skin was black with soot and peeling off. We sat there in silence. He turned to me without lifting up his head and said, "Don't let them take me to the hospital. I don't have any health insurance." He was burned over 97% of his body. He died 3 days later. "Don't let them take me to the hospital. I don't have any health insurance," were the last words he ever said to anybody he had ever known. So when they took him off in the ambulance, I got out and I watched my house. I bummed a cigarette from someone, and I just watched 5-foot flames that were now shooting horizontally out of my house. I don't know what caused the fire. I still don't know. It's actually not something that I care to know about. It was rocky for a little while, you know. My new bike was stolen. My kick screw, the wheels fell off, and I took a header into the gutter. I got fired from 2 jobs. My boyfriend gave me herpes, and then broke up with me because I wasn't sufficiently upset. Not much was upsetting me at this point. 3 weeks later, Chris's memorial rolled around. And I sat there quietly and I listened to the speakers. And then I waited until everyone left, and I went up to his urn and I said, "Why the fuck did you go through the house? Everybody else went out the windows. You fucking asshole." This went on for about 5 minutes until I got tired. I no longer place as much importance on my belongings anymore. I no longer think it would be rude to just walk away from them. But I still have this soccer jersey. I never put it on. It's uncomfortable to wear.
Topher.